Coming up next, the latest on the brutal assault of a teenager in Fargo. An early morning lightning strike leaves a neighbor shaken and a family needing major repairs to their home. Plus, the good and bad news of the stormy weather from last night. Valley News Live at 5 starts right now.
This is Valley News Live at 5.
A teenage assault victim passed away this afternoon at a Fargo hospital, and now the state's attorney's office plans to charge the suspect with murder. The father of 14-year-old Daisy Paulson, known as Jupiter, says his daughter was removed from the machines keeping her alive around noon today, and that Life Source will be taking over her remains to ensure she lives on through organ donation. Fargo police were called to the Party City parking lot off of 13th Avenue South around 7 Friday morning after a man driving a garbage truck spotted a man strangling the teenager. Documents state video surveillance shows the suspect spent around 25 minutes assaulting Jupiter before running off. She was found with about 25 stab wounds. The suspect, Arthur Cawley, told investigators that he suffers from anxiety, depression, and multiple personality disorder and is currently living at Stepping Stones Resource Center. Cawley also said he used meth the afternoon before and had not slept since using. The state's attorney's office says they're waiting for more information from Fargo police before filing anything new with the court. Jupiter's family will be raising the Donate Life flag tomorrow morning at 10 at Sanford Hospital. The flag raising is a tradition for the families of organ donors to honor their loved ones. New tonight at 5, fire crews say lightning was the culprit of a devastating fire early this morning that left a Detroit Lakes family displaced indefinitely. Officials say the call came in just after 3 this morning at 613 West Main Avenue, just south of Highway 10. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley joins us live now from the scene with more. Bailey.
Yeah, Andrea, fire crews say that they were here battling the blaze for about 4 hours, saying that the roof is a total loss and saying that the rest of the house has a lot of water damage. Now, neighbors here in this area, specifically this White House, say that they also were impacted by that lightning bolt. They say that one of their outlets all but blew up inside of their wall. Now, I did speak with another neighbor today, and she says, while thankfully her house was not hit and did not have any aftershock, she says she did hear and feel everything about that lightning bolt.
I was about to turn the window shut and wham! I thought, oh my God, I got something struck.
Fire Chief Ryan Swanson does say that the best outcome of today is everybody that was inside of this house early this morning was able to make it out, and he says all of them were uninjured. Live in Detroit Lakes, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
All right, thank you, Bailey. No significant damage is being reported from the Lemoore and Stutsman County Sheriff's offices. We called to check after last night's tornado that crossed Highway 281 north of Edgeley. We aired it live during our storm coverage. Storm chaser Eric Whitehill was a few miles away watching. We should note that a large tree fell on a home near Judd, and there was hail reported south of Jamestown. There's word of more stormy weather tonight, so let's get the latest from Hutch.
Andrea, thanks so much. Good evening, everyone. Yes, and we want to take a moment to thank all of you for uploading your photos at valleynewslive.com. Keep them coming. Hey, there wasn't damage from that tornado, but some wind damage reported in that Lake Ida area. This is J&K Marine had the roof ripped off. Rick Julian sharing that. Take a look at the tree damage there as well. Some pretty big trees that were felled by the winds moving through Lakes Country. That was late at night after the 10 o'clock show and likely closer to that 11 o'clock hour. Right now, we have gray skies here in the FM area off to the west. Some showers in the Devil's Lake Basin. Look at these storms pushing from east to west. That's odd. Now they're starting to say, whoop, we're going to turn a corner, come back the other way. Severe storm Sioux County right now. But in our area, mainly south of Devil's Lake, where it remains dry in much of Wells County and northern parts of the Kidder County area, seeing some showers. Here are the strongest storms right now in the state. The severe weather stays out to the west. Check this out. Jamestown, just to the south, northern Lemoore County. Radar is estimating 11.6 inches. We've heard reports of 4 to 8 inches of rain. If you have rain reports, you can share those with us. We'd love to hear it. 90s south, 80s north. It's going to be a pretty warm one this evening. Here are some pictures of some flooding. This was Mike Gums. Thanks for uploading your photo. He said his gauge was overflowing, Andrea. and it was still raining. We'll have details in your forecast as we do have showers tonight and more in the extended forecast in a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Hutch. Parts of the Red River Valley have been in a drought since January 2021, and last night several farmers finally got some much-needed rainfall. Valley News Live's JC Dodd tells us about one farmer in Marion, North Dakota, who's been hoping for rain, but not as much as he got last night.
Marion farmer Eric Lallam says this has been the driest spring on his family's farm since 1973. Through the dry winter, Lallam says he was hoping for the best with his crops.
You have to plan for success. If you don't plan for a successful crop, I'll guarantee you're going to get crop failure.
Lallam grows soybeans, wheat, and corn on his 1,400-acre farm and says it's been a tough start to planting season.
It's been frustrating the last 6 weeks watching everything kind of dry up.
But last night, Lallam finally got rain that he says was much needed, and it started with a lightning storm.
There was lightning like I have never seen it. It was pretty crazy, actually.
But soon came the heavy rain and hail.
All of a sudden, you could just hear the hail, and I knew it wasn't small hail. I'm assuming they'll be beat up pretty good.
Lallam says the rain was good, but the estimated 4 to 5 inches was just too much.
We needed this rain. Ideally, we didn't need 4, 5, 6 inches.
But he says
For the stuff that didn't get hit by hail, this will be a godsend.
Lallam says farmers are optimistic by trade, and he is trying to look at the bright side of all the obstacles this season has given him.
It is what it is. It could have been a lot worse, and we'll just pick up the pieces and move on.
In Marion, JC Dodd, Valley News Live.
Lallam told us he won't know until later this week whether he will have to replant any crops due to hail damage. The massive fire that destroyed several businesses in South Fargo last month, including Gigi's Playhouse, was intentionally set. The Fargo Fire and Police departments have been working on the investigation at the strip mall along 32nd Avenue and 20th Street South since it went up in flames on May 11th. The arson caused an estimated $1.25 million in damage. Fargo police say so far they haven't made any arrests. Tonight, the Fargo School Board will discuss possible disciplinary action against a board member who didn't follow the district's masking policies. A memo filed for tomorrow's meeting says face masks were required as part of the Smart Restart plan, and Jennifer Benson didn't comply with the rule on several occasions. School Board President Rebecca Knutson says she gave Benson opportunities to join the meetings by phone or file for a mask exemption, but Benson refused those alternatives. Tonight, we're hearing that some parents plan to rally around her. We'll have the latest from the school board meeting tonight on Valley News Live at 9 and 10. Morehead Police are asking for your help figuring out who placed several stickers containing hate speech around the MSUM campus. Police are looking for the person or the owner of the car pictured here. They say the person in the picture is accused of placing stickers containing hate speech around the campus in March. If you recognize this person, contact Morehead Police detectives at the number on your screen. Crews have returned to remove concrete barriers around the Minneapolis-Minnesota intersection where George Floyd was killed more than a year ago. Today's effort comes after city crews on Thursday tried to reopen portions of the sprawling memorial. The disruption prompted local activists to respond by erecting makeshift barricades. City leaders described the process in a statement as a community-led reconnection of the intersection, which has been closed to traffic and guarded by residents since Floyd was killed in May of last year. You will soon be able to get the COVID vaccine at your job site. That was the message from the White House senior advisor for the COVID-19 response, Andy Slavitt, who also announced today's briefing was his last, and Wednesday will be his last day with the administration. Under this new program, the American Hospital Association will connect employers with local providers to set up vaccination sites. Slavitt also urged governors to work with the FDA on how they could lengthen the shelf life of the Johnson & Johnson coronavirus vaccine.
Would encourage every governor who has doses that they worry may be expiring to work with the FDA directly on the proper storage procedures as we continue to examine, as they continue to examine processes that will allow the doses to potentially last longer.
Employers can send an email to covid19@aha.org to set up a pop-up vaccination clinic at their job site. And if you're looking for more places to get the vaccine, you can use our VNL vaccine tracker. It's on the homepage of our website, or you can open your phone camera and point it at the QR code on your screen and then tap the link that pops up. Hundreds of social media, news, and government websites are coming back online after a worldwide outage today. Computer experts are linking the issue to an internet provider company. Michael George has the latest from New York.
Early risers looking to read the New York Times and other major news websites were greeted with the same error message this morning.
We discovered what's called an error 503. Now, that's when domain traffic can't resolve to the host.
The outage has also affected Amazon's main retail website and some government sites. Experts are linking the problem to an internet delivery provider called Fastly. They don't believe hackers triggered the outage.
If this was a major hack, we might see a diverse number of errors instead of this one clue. We are looking at a misconfiguration that is slowly resolving itself.
Fastly says the issue has been identified and a fix has been applied. Today's outages follow a rise in cyber attacks on several international companies, including the world's largest meat processor and a company that runs a major U.S. oil pipeline. Experts say today's trouble is concerning because it highlights just how many major websites rely on big tech to distribute content and just how vulnerable that connection can be.
The Times of London reports the disruption may have caused issues for people booking COVID vaccinations or reporting test results. Still to come on Valley News Live at 5. It's not your typical pickup truck, but Ford says that's exactly why you might want to buy it.
But next, we're going to take a look at the weather. Right now, most of the rain showers backing out of our western counties. We do have a chance for overnight and morning thunderstorms, but more heat in that forecast as well. I'll have the very latest. Join me. Weather.